This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Henry versus Henry. You all are newlyweds, newly married, and Miss Henry, you believe your musician husband is making music with somebody else. Tell me why you think he's cheating.
Well, like you said, we are newlyweds. But I think he's cheating on me with his singers because I have found some sexy text messages.
Oh. Ron, would you please bring those to
Shannon.
us?
Now, you say his singers.
Thank you.
What kind of business is he in?
Yeah.
He's a producer.
Okay.
He does studio work. They does music together
And you found these texts in his phone?
in his phone.
Tell me how you found them.
Well, I was in the bed, and sometimes he'd leave the room and his phone would be going off. I looked in his phone, and that's what I saw.
This is what you saw. Okay. It says, it's blank. You gave me your number at the mall.
Oh, what's up? With the heart smiley faces. I was expecting you to text me a lot sooner.
I was wondering if I could get some studio time in.
When you trying to come through? I can come scoop you up tonight if you want.
Tonight, I'm with it. Smiley face with hearts.
Okay, send me your address and make sure you get that throat nice and moist.
You see what I see?
It was harmless.
In his
It was
phone.
nothing. It was
Okay,
nothing.
who you telling to get her throat nice and moist?
Just one of the female clients that I met at the mall one day. She told me she did music, and I invited her over. It was harmless, a little harmless flirting.
Why would you be telling her to get her throat nice and moist?
She's a singer. She has to keep her throat moist.
Now, I do know that's true. When you sing, they drink hot tea
That's
and
some
lemon.
warm water or something, you know.
But you see the
Some
wet
lemon water.
emojis?
Yeah.
Why do you got? You don't need all that.
You know, I'm a very expressive individual, so I use emojis.
I don't know though, because this is somebody he just met. This isn't somebody he knows. This is
Exactly.
somebody he just met. And
Yeah.
and you leading off with that.
Flirting is part of my personality, you know. And by me doing music, it's part of the business. Sometimes you got to go that extra mile to make people feel comfortable, whatever it takes to make that money, you know.
Well, I think that's what Miss Henry's concern is, that you're going that extra mile. That extra mile might be a
Exactly,
little
that
too
extra
far.
mile.
Hey, Your
too
Honor, let
far.
me start by saying, first off, my wife know that I love her, like, to the end of the earth. Like, I would do anything for this lady. She knows how much I respect her, how much I love her, so I don't even know why she would think that I would do anything outside of our marriage to jeopardize our relationship, honestly.
Well, there's a second text here. And it is a picture of a woman. She's turned around and she's showing her backside. And it says, hey, it's blank from yesterday. I forgot to text you. Kiss, kiss.
And you respond, about time. I see you like making grand entrances.
Grand entry, you know.
Grand
she
entrances.
sent the text, you know, got her backside out. I mean,
And
she
you
has
responded by putting peaches up.
she has a nice shape. That's it. That's all it
Everybody
was.
know what the peach emojis mean.
Exactly.
Got a nice
Everybody
shape.
know
Yeah.
what that means.
She got a nice shape. That's
Okay, are you producing for her?
Yes, well, I was, not at the moment now, you know, because I want to lay these allegations to rest. Yeah. What I choose to do in my career is separate from my marriage, you know, but I don't do anything that jeopardizes my marriage. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go to that limit, and she knows that.
But you see how Miss Henry thinks you're getting real close to the line when you send these messages, right?
I do.
And so that's what's got her suspicions up that something else is going on.
Because what I'm looking at, and I just want you to see it, because I'm sitting here looking at her, she's hurt. Tell him how you're feeling.
I feel hurt, heartbroken, and I don't want our marriage to end because of something that necessarily may not be true. But when you got all these facts building up against you, then what am I supposed to think?
All right.
And you know what put the icing on the cake for me?
Okay, what else you got?
I have a picture of our apartment,
Okay.
and
Step to the monitor.
Tell us what we're looking at.
right now you're looking at our apartment. I work third shift, so
Okay.
I get off work at 7 in the morning.
Okay.
But this night I got off at 3 in the morning. So I'm expecting to come home and lay in the bed with my husband. He's not in the bed.
Tell me what these two doors are.
This is our bedroom,
Okay.
and this is the studio.
All right.
So with him not being in the bed, I goes to the studio. The door is locked. I can't even get in.
Okay.
Is that okay?
We don't do locked doors in our house.
Oh.
So he doesn't lock the studio door when he's normally in there?
No.
So what happens next?
I listen for a minute. And me listening, I hear giggling and moaning. And I'm like, where's that coming from? Well, why we got that? So I start beating on the door.
Okay, and so then what happens?
So then it takes him a couple minutes to actually open the door. Too long to open the door. And when he opens the door, we've got his clothes all messed up and her boobs is
That's not true.
partially out of her clothes.
That's not true.
That's too much for me.
So there's a woman in the studio with him.
Yes.
And then when he opened it, he was disheveled and she was partially
Her
unfolded.
boobs almost hanging out of her clothes.
That's not true.
All right,
Mr. Henry.
First of all, let me start by saying I have OCD really bad. So before I go to bed, you know, at night, I make sure my front door is locked probably about 10 to 15 times. I go check the door, make sure it's locked, because I've been in a couple instances where, you know, I've been in the house and somebody done got in that ain't supposed to be there. So I locked the door, yes I did, and I wasn't expecting her to get home that early because, you know, usually she gets off, like she said, around 7.
But Mr. Henry, that's when people get caught when they're not expecting somebody else to come home. That's why
realize
people
that.
come home early sometimes.
Exactly.
You're right. You're right about that, but I wasn't expecting her.
And she says you don't normally lock the door to your studio.
I do in certain instances, you know.
What are
I'm not
those
there.
instances?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, sometimes it gets noisy, so if I want to block out noise, I'll close the door. You know,
But
sometimes
you ain't
when
gotta lock it to block out the noise.
Yeah.
that's just me. Like I said, I have OCD, so I locked it.
Okay, so why was the lady half dressed when your wife came in?
She was not half dressed. She had on like this, like sports bra / shirt. It wasn't revealing, you know. It wasn't revealing her boobs or anything like she said it was.
It was showing too much.
But your wife says there was giggling and moaning. How do you explain that?
We were recording a session, and the song that she was doing, she was just putting like the finishing touches on it, ad-libs, things of that nature. And I guess it was a little sensual, a little too sensual. And what she heard, what sounded like moaning, was actually ad-libs. It was like, you know, she was caressing the beat, so to speak.
Caressing the beat.
Yeah. Which
Caressing
beat was
the
she
beat.
caressing, right?
Right.
That's what you asking.
But Miss Henry, that could be part of a song, right? I mean, that could be part of a love song, a
Could be,
slow song.
but at the time at 3 o'clock in the morning,
With the door locked,
the door locked,
and you're not expecting
not
help
what
for
I'm
3 to
thinking.
4 hours.
I'm not thinking about no music at no 3 o'clock
But
in the
Miss
morning.
Henry,
I'm
a
hearing
lot of
what I'm
musicians
hearing.
work overnight. I mean, that's when they get their best work in, is the late night hours, right?
Exactly.
No.
But Ms. Herring wants to know, is he doing his best work or breast work? Am I right?
You got it. You got it.
That's the problem.
So, Mr. Henry, you're saying that was just part of the song.
It was. That was just me coaching her. You know, sometimes for certain people, you have to coach them and you have to kind of bring the music to life, you know? And that's all it was, honestly. It was nothing physical or sexual going on in that room.
And so as you're coaching them, I mean, are you showing them how to do it? And then they respond? So are both of you all moaning and are both of you all doing this?
No. I mean, I'm kind of good at vocal coaching too, so I was kind of like showing her what to do and where to go and how high to go.
Was her voice nice and moist?
Yeah, we had a couple bottles of water in there, so yes, it
Yeah.
was. I made sure it was.
So do you work with multiple singers, lots of different women singers?
To be honest, actually, it's rare that I work with female singers. I just started allowing myself to do so because I was skeptical because of this situation. I knew something like this would happen, honestly. And it didn't sound like a good idea at first, but then, you know, when it comes to making money, you gotta do what you gotta do.
And so you've had a number of female singers that you started working with to be in your studio,
Yes, unbeknownst to her.
unbeknownst to her, sometimes at night while she's at work.
Yes.
And so that's not unusual in your mind, right?
No, it's not, because in the music industry, you're gonna be working with all kinds of people, and she has to accept that. She's gonna have to learn to accept that.
I accept that. I really do. But when I come home and I'm hearing what I'm hearing,
That's a problem.
yes.
Well, there's the wife side, there's the husband side, and there's the woman in the studio side. She's here. Ron, would you escort her in, please? Good day.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great, and yourself?
We're good. We're good. Would you please state your name for the court record?
My name is Destiny August.
Okay, Miss August. What is your relationship with the defendant, Mr. Henry?
Well, I met Josh a few years back in Atlanta, and we started working at the same job, became great friends. I found out that he was a music producer, and I do music as well. I sing R&B, and I decided to fly over to Flint, get some late night sessions in,
Nothing against Mr. Henry, but he's not like Puff Daddy or DJ Khaled. So what is it about him that made you say, I'm gonna not only go and make that part of my trip, but stay a while to make it happen?
I mean, when we were in Atlanta, he did let me hear a good amount of his music with other people, and he's very talented. I believe that he's gonna, do something really special one day.
So how long were you there?
I would say like a month. So there were like a lot of sessions, but like I said, we made beautiful music.
And I think that's what Miss Henry's concerned about, that you all are making beautiful music together.
At these late night sessions.
But it wasn't nothing major, like, he helped me warm up, we sang, He was a bit flirtatious, but that's the way the industry works. He's trying to get the best product out of me.
Okay, so what was your recording session like?
Well, like I said, he is very flirtatious, and I understand 100% where you're coming from. He is a really attractive man, and I'm a beautiful woman as well, but it's strictly just, professional, like we made the music, we laid down the tracks, I went back to Atlanta, plus my man wouldn't be very happy with me cheating on him either.
But Miss Henry says she's hearing moaning and oohing and ahhing and giggling and all that. That doesn't sound like making music.
Have you guys met Josh? He's super charming, super smooth. He's cracking jokes, trying to make me feel comfortable, Like,
Ms. August, I'm gonna ask you the question. Was there any physical sexual contact or sexual intercourse with Mr. Henry?
Not at all. Never.
You're saying it was strictly professional?
Strictly professional.
I hope so.
Miss Henry, you don't look like you even trying to buy this.
I'm not at all.
Well, Mr. Cutler, I think we have enough. I think we need to figure this out.
I think we do.
What is at stake, Miss Henry, if you would find out that Mr. Henry has not been faithful?
Our marriage.
So it's all on the line. This
Yes.
newly minted marriage could just go away.
Yes.
Mr. Henry?
Honestly, I just want to see the look on her face when she finds out I'm not cheating.
At this time, the court would like to call licensed certified polygraph examiner Kendall Shull to determine, is he cheating? Ron, will you escort him in? How are you, Mr. Shull?
I'm great, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm good. For the benefit of our litigants, I want them to know that you spent almost 30 years with the FBI, you headed up their polygraph examination, and that you literally have done thousands of polygraphs. Is that correct?
Thank you, Your Honor. That's correct. I have.
All right. So you asked Mr. Henry, the day Mrs. Henry came home and heard you and the singer in the studio, did you have physical sexual contact with that singer that day? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine? What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
All right.
That's
A
only
little
one.
bit of smile. Little
That's
bit of a
only one.
smile. That's only one. All right. He's grinning though. I just want to point that out. Okay.
You asked Mr. Henry, since getting married, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than Miss Henry? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
I told you.
All right.
What you got to
So,
say now?
Miss Henry, I think you got something you need to do right now.
Well, she's smiling right now, so that's one step.
Go on over there. Go on over there. Show him some love.
I'm sorry.
All right. Let's talk about this thing. Miss Henry,
Yes.
He's so cute.
I know, ain't
I just want to do this to him. And
how you
really, we know that the entertainment industry is based, you can't advance unless you're charming and people are attracted to you. So that's gonna be part of the business.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to give him some grace and some
That is
love.
true, I am. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more trust in myself and him.
And then Mr. Henry,
right.
stop locking them studio doors.
I got you.
All right.
All right.
You all are recently married. And Miss Shannon, there's a 16-year age difference between you two, but you thought you had found the one.
Yes, I did.
And this one is now giving you the blues. Would you share with me how the two of you, with this age difference, how you all met and fell in love?
We met at a party. He was a DJ at a party. We exchanged phone numbers. After that, we spoke for about 2 weeks on the phone. With him, it was awesome. I met the man of my dreams, and that was it. I stuck my foot in it. I signed it, signed, sealed, and delivered. He was mine. That was it.
All right, Mr. Shannon, that's a heck of a start. Was it the same for you?
The love that we have for each other is unspeakable.
So we've got this unspeakable love, but yet you're standing right here because you're not sure where this relationship is going. Why have you opened up this case?
It was a time that we went to a party in a club, and I expressed to him that I wasn't feeling good, that I was in a lot of pain, and I told him I was ready to go home. He told me, I'm not ready to go home yet. I'm like, well, I'm in pain, I don't want to stay. He said, well, I don't want to go. All right. I said, well, if I leave and you let me leave by myself, we're done. He chose to let me leave.
Oh.
Really?
Yes, he chose to let me leave, didn't call to see where I was or anything. Later on that morning, he got home, me being who I am, yes, I went through his phone, and I found the message from an ex-girlfriend saying, where did you go? You should come back and meet me in the bathroom. Yes. I later on found out that he did have sex with that girl in the bathroom.
Mr. Shannon, you have sex with some woman in the bathroom at a club?
Okay.
Did you think you were single at that point?
Yes, I did, because she said I was going to be single if she leaves. So yes,
Okay,
I
so
did.
she tells
I
you,
was single.
She tells you, look, if I walk out that door by myself, we're done. You're a single man. And so you proceeded very quickly, forthwith, to go find somebody immediately. That's the quickest rebound I've ever seen.
You ain't never here. I mean, like.
I did call her phone, and I did text her phone off
5
the
hours
hook.
later,
do
off
the
of her
same
phone.
thing.
But
off the ex phone.
He called you and texted you from
And
her.
text me off of her phone. He was with her as he was calling and texting me.
Hell, I gotta ask her. Okay, you got all this going on, and you still married him. Why? Because I'd have been like, dude.
I love him. I really do. And I figured, you know, people change. People make mistakes. I believe us getting married was going to change him.
So you all got married. This should be you all should still be honeymooning.
Exactly.
You're not. Tell me why the honeymoon has stopped.
Okay. There was a time I was on Facebook.
Okay.
And there was a picture of a girl on Facebook that he put up. Not was already on his page, he put up.
Okay.
And on the caption of the picture said, baddie.
All right, and you submitted that to the court?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Under the picture, I read the comments, and they were planning to meet up to go to a party together.
So you submitted the messages as well?
Yes.
All right.
So it's a picture of her, she got a tongue out, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, where he is commented baddie, her response is, thank you, with the blue heart.
Mm-hmm.
And then he responds, anytime, love, will I see you on Friday?
And she says, yes.
Yes.
All right, who is this woman you asking? Am I gonna see you? And you posted her picture?
She's just a friend of mine, and me and her was part of the same promoting team.
Do they know that you all are married?
From what he says.
Everybody knows we're married. We made it loud and clear on Facebook and everything, and in person, that we are married.
This court tracked down this young lady because we wanted to know what was going on. And she responded by sending a statement to the court about you all. And here's what she said. I see Demont at parties all the time. I didn't even know he was married. I've recently seen him try to talk to some of my friends and get their numbers. Nobody actually knew he had a wife, not even his friends.
That's the funny thing. I don't know how, because I post her on Facebook all the time saying that she's my wife and everything.
That's not what Batty said. She wouldn't have any reason to say that if it weren't true. Does he take you to the parties where he's DJing? Does he?
I don't know. I don't get no addresses to these parties. He doesn't hit me up and say, babe, I'm going to do a party, or babe, do you want to come with me to a party?
Why don't you just show up?
I don't know the address.
He won't even tell you the address?
He won't even tell me the address.
Most of the time, the parties are in clubs. So if you want to know what the club is, all you have to do is just look at the flyer.
I recently was on Facebook, and I seen a live video of a girl in the live video talking about the party that supposedly they were doing that night.
Okay.
And in the video, the girl had on a shirt from the top, but nothing on the bottom. She just had on panties, a thong.
And you submitted this to the court?
Yes.
All right, let's take a look. All right, there she is.
As you can see.
Okay, so that's her dancing.
That's her dancing. And then here he comes walking in like nothing happened. Look, nothing. No, oh, I'm sorry. No, get out. No, I'm changing. Nothing. He's too comfortable with walking around without no shirt on. She's too comfortable with walking around without clothes on in front of him. I don't know what's going on.
Why do I have to wear a shirt on in the house and stuff?
Okay, so wait a minute. Whose house are you in?
This is my family member's house. Right there, I was cleaning up the house for the party and everything. I really wasn't paying 2 cents to her at all. I didn't care what she was really wearing or anything like that.
Okay, so you walk to a room and see a half-naked woman and you don't even see her?
I wasn't paying her no attention.
Who is this woman?
She is a friend and also a promoter for my team.
All right.
Do you have any other reason to think that he's cheating?
Yes. It was a time that he walked out, we were in the house. He walked out the door with his laptop. Any other time he leaves out the door with his laptop, he's going to a party. But when he walked out the door, he told me he was going to go meet up with a family member.
Okay, so what happened at this party?
At this party, he didn't come home.
He didn't come home? So how long was he going?
He was going for about 2 days. 2 days.
2 days?
So when he told me it was because of the whole argument, so he stayed out, because we argued.
So, Mr. Shannon, you disappeared for 2 days.
Yes,
why do you leave your wife at home for 2 days with no explanation, no nothing?
I was upset with her, and I distanced myself away from her. So I went to my family's house and hanged out with them for a little while.
Okay, so that sounds reasonable. Why do you think he was cheating?
Because I found it was a mutual friend of ours told me that in their group chat there's a girl claiming his last name. All in the group chat is Mrs. Shannon, Mrs. Shannon, Mrs. Shannon.
And I didn't even notice anybody changed our nickname as
all in the group chat.
Because I don't pay attention to all that
Shannon,
small
everything
in the group chats.
So
there's a woman who's claiming she's Mrs. Shannon
in their team group chat.
And once it got brought to my attention, I cursed this girl out and everything. Like I said, I love this woman to death. I would do anything for her.
Well, you know what, Cutler? Because of this issue surrounding his life as a DJ and the issue of infidelity, we have reached out to a friend of the court who has experienced this and has some commentary, DJ Tracy Steele, a professional DJ and VH1 reality star. Ron, would you escort Miss Steele in? She just threw a giant shade tree over there on Mr. Shannon. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
It's good to
Glad
see
to
you.
have you here.
Thank you.
All right, you've heard the testimony. Mr. Shannon is a DJ, and for some reason, he doesn't take his wife to the DJ jobs with him anymore. She went to a couple of them, but now she doesn't even know where they are.
Is it difficult to maintain a serious relationship with the DJ lifestyle, the party lifestyle?
From my experience, yes. It's very tough. I dated a DJ, I am a DJ. He would have, the guy that I dated, he would have girls waiting for him at the end of the night. So it is so difficult, especially because of all the women. If you've gone to the parties, you see all those women in the DJ booth. You see it. He's almost like the celebrity in the building. Yeah. And everybody wants the celebrity.
What advice would you give a DJ whose relationship, his personal relationship, is on the rocks?
Well, from listening to what you were saying, you gave a slew of reasons why he might be cheating, a slew of reasons why he is unfaithful and ain't. And what I would say is listen to your reasons, because there's not that much love in the world. You say, I love him. No, there's not that much love in the world, especially since he didn't come home 2 days. 2 days.
I disappear all the time when I'm upset.
Why you ain't changed them locks, girl? Why you ain't changed them locks? No.
So thank you for talking to her. But my question is, as a DJ, what can you say to him how to manage that space in case it comes out he has been truthful and there's nothing going on but the rest? How does he manage that space?
And he's being honest and truthful, I would say that you need to reaffirm to her at all times that she is it. She is the one. Words of affirmation helps women all the time. And then you need to show her by coming home at night. You show her.
I come home after every party I do. I come straight home. I don't wait for nobody or anything like that. I hop on the train or hop on the bus and come straight home right after the party.
6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
That's what time I get home by, because we lived at Far
I mean,
Rockaway.
that is true. As a DJ, you come home all hours of the night. But missing 2 days, that doesn't happen. But I think the bigger he gets as a DJ and the more celebrity he gets as a DJ, the harder it's going to be for you. Is this what you want for yourself?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you keep thinking about that then.
No.
Mr. Shannon, do you want this relationship to work?
Yes, I do. I love her to death. I don't want to lose her. I try to prove to her plenty of times that I have not been cheating, and she just did not want to hear it or see it.
Were you in love then? When you was in the bathroom with that other girl?
I thought we were single. Like she said, if she leaves, we are single.
Miss Shannon, I gotta ask you. It's 16 years age difference between you all. You waited a long time. How does that, after waiting and thinking you have found your treasure, how do you feel?
It hurts because we've been married for 2 months and my marriage is already gone. It's like, you know.
I do know what it feels like to want to be with that one person. God has been really good to me. He's sitting right here. But I can't imagine how I would have felt if I were standing in your shoes. And I just feel for you. My heart aches for you. That even if it comes out that he's being truthful, that you've had to walk this piece of the journey in your early marriage. It breaks my heart. Well, love, I think we got enough evidence.
I think we do. And they both have questions they want answered.
Yep.
And to help them answer those questions, this court has done a full and a complete investigation. At this time, the court will call licensed polygraph examiner Kendall Scholl to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Scholl in. Kendall Scholl. Mr. Scholl, now you spent 30 years with the FBI, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
And you were also chief of the polygraph division of the FBI.
I was.
All right. You conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Shannon, correct?
I did, Your Honor.
You asked him a series of questions and he gave you answers.
Yes, Your Honor.
You asked Mr. Shannon, since marrying Mrs. Shannon, have you had physical sexual contact with your friend who was twerking on the Facebook Live? What was his response to that question?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
As one.
You also asked Mr. Shannon. During your marriage to Mrs. Shannon, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman other than her? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Shannon, who's the other woman or women?
Right now, we're not even together. Right now, we're technically single. So I started talking to somebody else.
Okay, but you're technically married. So then you are not single.
Did you all have an understanding that you all would see other people during this period?
Nope.
I'm asking you, because I know what her answer is. I'm asking you.
In the beginning, no, we was not supposed to be seeing nobody at all.
I'm done.
Okay, well, Mr. Shannon,
You know what?
you and I haven't had a conversation.
Please
So
let
you
him.
need to hear this. You know, what you did was wrong. Now, you can couch it in any terms you want to couch it, that we were single. The bottom line is you were not single. You all are married and were supposed to be working on your marriage to try to get back together. And you messed up. You were wrong for that. And until you realize that, you're not going to be of any use, of any good to anybody that you're in a relationship with. Now, if you want to be a DJ and be living a lifestyle, go do it. Have fun with it. Enjoy yourself. Just don't drag somebody else into it and drag their feelings into it. That's the problem. You all have been together for 5 years, you've been married for 4, and you all met at church.
Yes.
Ms. Porter, you brought this case because you believe your husband is cheating on you.
Yes.
Okay, explain that, please.
I'm here because I'm married to this man, and I love him. I took vows with this man almost 4 years ago, and it hurts. So I need to know, is he still cheating on me?
What does that feel like?
It hurts, it tears me up. Sometimes I can't sleep because I don't know what he's doing.
Tell him how you're feeling.
I love you. I gave you all of me. You did things to me that hurts me. So I just need to know, are you still doing these things to me?
Okay, Mr. Porter.
Yeah, I mean, I see a smile on your face, which is completely inconsistent with your wife over here in tears. Why are you here today?
I'm here to prove that I'm innocent of all the charges and all accusations that she out there claiming.
You believe that she's being paranoid.
Yes, I'm not cheating, and when it come out, it is
And like you
what
just
it
told me
is.
2 days ago, if I'm a grown man and I would do what I want. If I want to have sex,
That's what
I'll
you
have
told
one
me.
yet. I ain't gonna do nothing yet.
I
Miss Porter,
I don't know
you're
nothing.
hurting. Why you're here is to bring this back to what it used to be. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Was there a time when y'all were happy together?
Our second Valentine's Day, and we had spent Valentine's Day, and I have health issues, so I was really hurting. And I asked him, I said, baby, my body hurt. He was like, well, I got you, just hold on. So then he hollered my name. So when I got to the bathroom, I had bubble bath with flowers, rose petals from the front of the door all the way to the tub. That's the Darius I want.
Mr. Porter, do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Mr. Porter, did you ever love her?
Yes,
What was it about her that you loved?
everything about her. She went out on a limb for me. She did something that a female didn't never do before. She actually hit me when I told her that I was finna leave her.
So you told her you were trying to leave her.
I was finna leave, and she
she hit
struck me, yeah. So I actually
you
fell
like
in
that?
love. Yeah, I actually fell in love with that.
All right,
Cause she was willing to fight
let
for
me be
what
very
she
clear.
wanted.
The next
Don't
time-
love me like
the next
that.
time
Hey,
you
she
don't
was willing
love
to
me.
fight for what she wanted. She
Don't
was
love
willing
me
to
like
fight
that.
for what she wanted.
All right, and so that made you think, something about her.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
nothing about it, cause everybody else
The
was
fact
like,
that she was
"Alright."
willing to fight for you.
Right.
And wait, willing to
It's-
fight him for him. Not just fighting, but fight him for him.
I mean, this is the first time I've seen them smile at the same time.
I know. And it's an appropriate
Because-
time. She's smiling and he's smiling. She not. I mean, this is, so see, there was a good time. And we need to get you all back to that when you
Yeah,
were
just like he-
taking care of her and she was willing to punch you to keep you.
Yeah.
We need to go back and figure out how to get
I think
there.
another time was when I make my famous lasagna. My
Oh,
kids
your
and my
famous
husband,
lasagna.
And he always wants his own personal pan because he doesn't want to share with the rest of the house.
Cause they eat it up for me.
No, look, this one right here, he has his own plate, his own cup, and gets tight when somebody has it. So, and he wants his own little, we always say, oh, that piece of chicken's daddy's. Or that is that. So I get that.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be that I don't want to eat your cooking at all. So the fact, it could
I
be
appreciate
worse.
that. But I understand having his own. I get that.
All right, so where we are now is there's no trust in this relationship. This is a marriage on the line. You say he's been with other women. You think he's currently cheating on you with other women. You say she's just paranoid.
Okay, Mr. Porter, what has happened in the past to make her think that you're stepping outside the marriage?
I had one of my associates send me a picture of her body part.
Okay, why are you smiling about it?
Because it's funny.
Why is that person sending you pictures of her body parts on your phone?
No. Why are you asking her to send you pictures of her body parts?
Why?
Yes.
This was long before we even
Okay, are you saying that the pictures that your bride found
is old?
They were old pictures?
Yes.
Here it is. You're a married man.
I'm a married man.
Your wife said when you all took vows, you became an us or we. That means you can't have naked women on your phone.
And why would you even want to?
Your queen is the only naked woman you should be interested in.
How I found out about the picture, we were in the room wrestling, playing. He took my phone. Both our cases have the same case. So when I went to reach behind him, I picked up his phone, hit that centerpiece, and what do I see? Her Huna in front of the phone saying, please delete before Gigi finds out about the picture. That's what the text says in the phone. And I said, why would she send that to your phone? Why? Did you send pictures too? Because it shows like a two-sided conversation on this phone to me that what I seen when I hit the unbutton, when I opened the phone up and I seen all that on the phone.
And so this was a recent text message with that?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have any friends who would send me naked pictures, and I don't have any friends I would ask to.
You better not.
Do you get this? Do you get that your wife has brought you here because your marriage is on the line? If she finds out that you're cheating, your marriage could be over. Ms. Porter, if you found out he's cheating today, what does that mean for your relationship?
He's out. O-U-T. Out. Okay, so when they decided to bring the groceries in, I leave them two out in the car, not thinking nothing of it. I come back down this walkway, they jumping in the car. What y'all jumping for? So we all come in the house, I start cooking. He come out from out the basement and she's sitting by the back door. I seen the body language, how he rubs against her and she say, stop, D. What was that about? I just bumped into her. That was just a mistake. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm not crazy.
So this is the same woman who sent the naked photos.
Yep.
And you are in the car with her?
Yeah, she gave us a ride home the day before she took the pictures.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And when you come back out to the car, they're jumping around in the car like they were doing something.
Yeah, that's what
And that's what your gut tells you.
That's my gut and my eyeballs. They never gonna tell me wrong.
Okay, when you say you thought they were doing something, what did your eyeballs see? Because that's what I'm
like, why are they jumping? Like, did he show her private part? Are they reaching? Is she touching? How would I know? I'm outside the car.
All right, so Mr. Porter, what were you doing in the car with this woman?
We was up there talking about old times.
With a female friend. Your wife just got a car. She's taking in the groceries, and you're just sitting there with the female friend in the car?
She wasn't taking in no groceries.
Yes, I did. I took a bag. I took the last bag in the house. I said, let me put this in here and check on the kids. Yeah, because
you can't even carry over 5 pounds.
Serious.
So
it was only I had the bread and the eggs in the front. The kids had took the meat and stuff in the house. So
and you came back to get that last bag and seen her lean over?
I took the bag.
What did you see?
What I
exactly.
See?
What did you see?
Okay, what did I see? And you
seen her move quickly.
And wait.
No meat.
Wait.
All right, so why did she move quickly?
She wasn't doing nothing. Sexual, nothing.
So
she insecure. That's
your
all
testimony
that is.
She
insecure because I am 10 years younger than her. So when it ever come down to it, man.
Never insecure, because I'm a heavily beautiful, like almost 40-year-old woman. And I'm not insecure about nothing. Insecure about you cheating, because you are, yeah.
Okay, we have the instance of the naked pictures.
Yeah.
We have the instance of her giving you all a ride home. You believe they did something in the car. They come in the house, they bump against each other, they're interacting in a way that makes you uncomfortable.
Right.
Is that all that you have to support your belief that your husband is stepping outside the marriage?
No.
And so, what is it that makes you feel there's something wrong?
He has an app on his phone that when I go in there, it takes my picture.
Okay, tell me about this camera app. Did you bring an exhibit?
Step to the monitor.
All right. Every phone, like, it's certain phones that you can download apps on, like, privacy locks, security locks.
Right.
And I got the one that soon as you type in the wrong password, it'll alert you.
Okay.
And then as soon as you hit the alert button and type in the right button, the picture of the person that's trying to unlock the phone.
Okay.
Yes.
If someone puts in the wrong code, it takes a picture of them. And then it also sends you an alert.
Yes. And then they'll lock it.
All right. And so we're looking at pictures of your wife.
Yes.
And these are pictures of her trying to get into your phone.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You can come back to the podium, sir. Thank you.
Judge, I have his password.
I gave you my password.
He set me up. He goes, well, baby, go on my phone and do this. Now, this is before I even found out about the app.
If you gave your all to me, then why is trust issues? I wouldn't have to put my phone on no lock mode or none of that, no app.
So you believe she's just prying?
Yes. That's lack of trust. Because of your last relationship, you gonna bring... Nah, we don't do that.
Now, Ms. Porter, you brought a witness, is that correct?
Yes, I brought my daughter.
Okay. Would you step up to the podium, please? All right. Would you state your name, please?
Danya Townsend.
Okay. Ms. Townsend, what do you know about the defendant?
Defendant, I know that he's unfaithful to my mom. I think she could do way better than him.
And the reason why you think your mother can do better is because we around the same age, or you just got lack of respect for a person?
No, you're immature.
Which one?
You're just immature.
Immature. But I'm not the one that's staying with my mom.
Does your...
Excuse me, respect my daughter. For one, well, my kids feel that way because how can a child respect the man that treats their mama like nothing? You don't respect their mama, how you expect them to respect you if you don't respect their mama? It just don't make no sense to me. So yeah, my kids don't like
Excuse me.
Hold on, Mr. Porter, hold on.
Thank you, Ms. Townsend. You can have a seat. To get to the bottom of this, the court engaged the services of Kendall Shull of Kendall Investigations. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Shull into the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
It's good to see you, Mr. Shull.
Good to see you, Your Honor.
What did you do in your investigation?
We decided to give Mr. Porter the opportunity to see how he would react when placed in a room with a female, an attractive female, and a hidden camera.
All right.
And how did he respond?
It only took Mr. Porter a few minutes to share some very personal information with this female he had just met. We have a tape.
All right, let's see the tape.
Well, take my number then, or give me yours, and I'll call you.
You take mine.
Okay. Okay, what is it?
612.
Ooh,
So
freaking liar.
he meets this woman. They're only there for a few moments. She asks for his number, exchange numbers, and he's willing to give her his number.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, can you explain to the court why a woman you just met, you're giving her your phone number?
Because she asked.
So any woman walk up to you and just say, give me your number, you give it to them?
She asked why I was here and what was my number.
Miss Porter, how do you feel about this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
What do you mean when you say wow? I think I know what you mean, but tell me what you mean.
I cannot believe that you would sit up here and give a woman your number and you got a full-figure wife right here. Why did you need to give another woman your phone number?
Mr. Shull, did you uncover anything else?
He assured the female that there would be absolutely no problem with her calling him. We have that tape as well.
All right, let's see that, please.
Well, is she gonna go through that though? Because I don't put it under another name then.
It's my phone.
Okay, well, I just don't want any issues.
I don't want to be no issues.
Told you.
So did you use her name that she gave you?
Yeah.
Were you trying to have sex with this woman?
No.
Were you trying to have
I wasn't even trying to have no
woman?
conversation with her. She came to me.
So to further investigate this matter, we had a polygraph test done, and we have the results. So, Mr. Shull, Mr. Porter was asked, since being married, other than what you have admitted to your wife, have you had sexual intercourse with any other women? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined he was truthful.
I didn't have to take no lie detector test to prove that I was doing something or wasn't doing nothing. It's lack of trust.
Okay, yeah, but you keep putting yourself in these positions. You keep putting your feet in the fire. You keep playing with fire. It's dangerous. You know, you got other women sending you pictures. You know, you're talking to other women. You're giving them your phone numbers. How do you expect her to feel? You need to listen to her. You need to be attentive to her. You need to stop what you're doing. Change your ways. You can do this. If you want to keep her, you're going to need to do this.
All right, Ms. Porter.
Yes, ma'am.
You have heard that your husband, this man that you love, has not cheated on you. You need to grasp that and move forward. I'm not saying that you don't have a reason and didn't have a reason in the past, but what I am saying is the past is done. Tomorrow is coming. Today is right now. And you can't continue to hold on to what happened and move this marriage forward. The best part of today was when you all were both smiling. And you all can do that. He clearly loves you. I saw it when you all were smiling.